Man, what's going on with you guys, man? Welcome to the channel, man. Hopefully everything is solid with y'all. Before we get into the content, make sure y'all go link and subscribe to my Patreon if you want to see exclusive content or you just want to support the kid. Appreciate you. All right, so lately I've been talking a lot about women on this channel, and I actually want to focus on something a little bit different today. I want to talk about masculine traits that all women find attractive. Just like it's important to understand how to get better at dating and how to improve your skills with that, it's just as important to understand the things that make you a man, the things that women find to be sexually attractive. Those things are important too. So I got a list and we're gonna dive right into it. So first on the list, we got the ability to lead / being able to make plans, right? You know, I hear a lot of times from women that, you know, guys just basically, they just WYD them all day. A lot of dudes do that. And a lot of times men are doing that for a couple reasons. You're trying to fill the woman out for whatever reason to kind of lower your chance of getting rejected, or you just genuinely, ain't got no money like that. But what you got to understand is you just got to be able to date within your means. And women want you to make the plans. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what's so hard about making plans when it comes to men. So my thing is like, are us men, are we talking to women we're not that attracted to? Because the first thing I'm trying to do after I meet a chick is make plans. Let's meet up. I don't want to do all that texting and talking and WYD. I don't want to do none of that. I think a lot of us men, we kind of, like I said earlier, I think a lot of times we try to like fill a woman out through text and stuff like that. So we feel like we got to build ourselves up through text. No. Because right away, if a woman likes you, she's gonna want you to make plans with her. She's gonna wanna hang out with you. So as a leader, as the man, it is our job to make the plans. Now, if she don't wanna go to the spot or do what you got to do, that may not be the woman for you. But as a man, women respect leaders. A feminine woman wants somebody she can follow. So if she wants somebody she can follow, you gotta be able to lead the way. And if you gotta lead the way, you need to be leading your own life. And if you're not doing that, you gonna get curved or you gonna get friend zoned. So the second thing that women value in masculine men, really this may be the first thing, but it kind of goes hand in hand, is confidence, right? You know, confidence is super important. When I was in my 20s, in my earlier part of my 20s, not in my late 20s, but in my early 20s, I kind of lacked that confidence with women. I lacked it. So when I was with a woman, I was more so trying to see where I stood. And beauty to me, which is to a lot of men, beauty to me was my kryptonite, meaning that beauty, when I found a woman to be very attractive or very beautiful, it kind of lowered my confidence. I didn't feel as sure around myself that I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? And women, they can pick up on that. They can sense when you're not confident and you're not feeling yourself. They can sense that. So it's important to understand that a woman being beautiful don't mean nothing, because she could be a shitty person. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta find that inner confidence within you, because a lot of times, y'all know how it is, right? Us men, we can be confident around our boys, around our family type shit. But then when we get around a woman we really find attractive, you know how that is. We start getting a little weaker. We turn into a marshmallow. We not as confident. We don't speak up for ourselves. We don't want to rock the boat. You know what I'm saying? All that confidence we had when we was with our friends and our mom, it tends to disappear when we're with a woman. You know, so the next thing that they really love is a man who has a sense of humor, right? A lot of us, man, we try to either be too alpha, and that we so robotic and we ain't got no type of sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? And a woman wants to know that you know, like that if she joke on you, you can joke back, right? A lot of times women test by just throwing out little jokes, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have a sense of humor. Like a woman may say, oh, you thought you was cute when you put that on, and you may hit her back with the, oh yeah, for sure. I was looking at myself in the mirror for like 10 minutes, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta learn how to like, have that dance with a woman, have a sense of humor, be able to crack some, and I'm not saying be a jokester and turn into a clown, turn into Ronald McDonald, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be able to have a sense of humor. Say things that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Slip something out there that she, you know, she gonna get a laugh at type of deal. You know, like a sense of humor tends to show that you have it shows that you got like a positive outlook on life. It shows that you have emotional intelligence. So when a woman sees that you have a sense of humor, that's a turn on for her, because most of us men, we lack that. Like we may have a sense of humor around our homies, but when we gotta get around a woman, we trying to act all alpha and tough and I can't smile, I can't do this. Nah, bro, it's a balance, bro. All right, so the next thing that women value, this is obvious, physical appearance. Keeping your hygiene up, always keeping a fresh cut, keeping your nails clean, whether you get manicures or not. You know what I'm saying? Making sure your skin is clear, your swag, making sure you're not dressing like a little kid. Those things are important. We know how important those things are. When somebody first sees you, they're judging you by your outer appearance. You know what I'm saying? Do you work out? Getting in the gym is super important. I remember a woman I went on a date with recently, she was asking me like, what's the first thing that you noticed about me? And I was telling her, and then she was like, well, you know, the first thing I noticed about you was that you was fit, that you actually work out. Cause she said a lot of dudes say they work out, but when she see them in person, it's like, they really don't. So she was like, that's the first thing I noticed about you, that you go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So women pick up on physical appearance, and we know how much body, you know, shout out to Ron Wills, he talks about body gain. We know how much body gain can really turn a woman on. You know what I'm saying? Your swag, making sure women are always looking at your shoes. Your shoes gotta be clean. They're gonna always look down at your feet and what you got on. So making sure you stay fresh cut. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you always look good and presentable. Cause I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but guess what? In America, or even in the world, we judge a book by its cover. The last thing women find attractive with masculine men is integrity, right? Integrity, all that is being honest pretty much and keeping your word, keeping high character, having a high moral ground. A lot of times, you know, us as men, because we want a woman sexually, a lot of times that woman may give us an ultimatum and say we got to be in a relationship, and a man would do it because of the convenience of that. You ain't got no integrity. You got to have integrity as a man. If you don't want a relationship with the woman, you say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking to hang out and have a good time. I'm not there yet, but I'm open to it. You always want to be honest with the woman and allow her to make her decision. Because anytime you hold a woman hostage, once she realizes she's hostage, she on your ass. And lying to women, man, is the worst thing possible, right? It's the worst because a woman can lie to you all day. You know what I'm saying? It's different. A woman ain't gotta have a high moral ground. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna date a woman with a high moral ground, but what I mean is it's different. Women judge us differently. As soon as you lie to a woman, you could have said something to a woman 10 years ago and it come up in conversation 10 years later. And when she figured out you lied to her, it's over with. It's over with. Because once she looks at you as like she can't trust you, she can never love you. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna go down from there. So it's different because a woman can lie to you, and us as men, you'll give her a second chance because that ass fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll give her a second chance because the you know what is so good. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. But even, you know, disregarding women, you know, you as a man, you want to just have integrity in general. Whether that's in your dating life, family life, work life, whatever it is, have integrity in general. You know what I'm saying? Always be a man of your word, man of principle, and things of that nature. Because that's how you get respect from people. And you're not doing it to satisfy other people, you're doing it for you, to stay solid within you. And these things I named will definitely help you become more attractive. And again, it's not about doing it for women, but these are just some things that women find attractive within the masculinity. You see what I'm saying? So like I say on every video, guys, continue to put yourself first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.